Thanksgiving is coming. And let's do some Thanksgiving talk if we can. I will say real quick, and I've said this before, because we're going to talk about some side dishes. My most hated side dish ever. I don't care if it's 4th of July or Thanksgiving or wherever we are. Dude, a cold macaroni salad, eat my dick. The worst. Now, with mayo or oil, fucking gross. Nothing grosser. I would eat potato salad with raisins before I'll eat your gross macaroni salad. But right now, we want to get into the top 10 most unusual Thanksgiving dishes, and these are all. I love Matt. Kind of surprises me, so I'm getting into this at the same time that you guys are.
All right, so we have a list of 10 here, but we probably don't have time to get through all of them. But
okay,
one of the biggest ones for me was bologna cake.
That is that frosting?
Yes.
Is there an ingredient list on that? What? Oh,
so
it's like, bologna.
It's layers of bologna. It's frosting, and it's like. And
there's guys on the if you're not looking and you're listening, it's what you think. It's slices of bologna, frosting. That looks like a chive cream cheese, but is it frosting? It's frosting. What's holding it up on the outside is hot dogs, and there's Cheese Whiz on top with pimento olives. Hey, that is the white trashiest. I don't know which trailer that came out of, but you ought to be arrested. And that means somebody was like, you know what? I think is probably the most unhealthy thing we can put together is 37 pieces bologna cake. God damn, there is a recipe. Oh, it was in Sweet Home Alabama? The movie? 1 pound of sliced bologna. 2 teaspoons grated onion. There it is. It's cream cheese. 8 ounces of cream cheese. Okay, Worcestershire sauce and a package of Ritz crackers. I'll tell you, and I know this is going to sound weird, it's less gross with the cream cheese than it is with frosting, but still it has 3 5-star ratings. I'm more curious about who's giving it a 5-star rating than who is. That looks so bad, guys. Now, the one with the hot dogs on the outside with the Cheese Whiz and the pimento olives, that's some prison shit right there. Like, that is prison Thanksgiving. That's what they're having.
With the toilet wine.
In the yard. Yeah, that is it right there. That, to me, like, if somebody brought that over to the house, I would probably throw them out and then I would, as they were walking out, I would throw that at their car. But beef bologna cake with hot dog towers and ranch dressing, mayonnaise, and easy cheese icing. So that's ranch. I knew that wasn't frosting. That is ranch with mayonnaise and fucking Cheese Whiz. Dude, that is like, if you were like, tell me you're white trash without telling me you're white trash, just show up somewhere with that fucking thing. I would tell you for sure who's showing up with that. The first thing I would say is, hey, please, when you come to my house, don't wear a sleeveless shirt, because I know you're showing up with a sleeveless shirt. If that is but what else? Like, what? I wonder what your other options were, where you're like, no, I want to make a good impression. By the way, just gave a Southern accent for that, because I don't think anyone from Minnesota is showing up. You know what I mean? No, that for sure is a Southern accent, and I just gave one.
I don't know. Minnesotans really like their mayonnaise.
That's true. Okay. That's pretty gross, dude. Thanks for bringing that up. I don't know how we're going to top that, but let's see what else we got.
I think we can.
What the fuck is that? Meat, pickles in see-through Jell-O?
Yes. So this is called a aspic adventure. And basically aspic is like a type of gelatin.
Yo, first of all, clear Jello, it gross. I don't like the texture of Jello as it is, but a clear gelatin is so I don't know why that's grosser, but things that I can see in the Jello, oh, no. But if I see meat and pickles in gelatin, because what that looks like is, when you have turkey or chicken and you put it in the refrigerator overnight and it's got the fat gelatins up, that's what that looks like.
Yeah, so in this picture, we have cubes of meat, cheese, and pickles.
There's cheese in there? That's not double meat?
No, there's cheese in there.
Dude, cheese and meat in Jello is just dude, I take it back. Hey, you bologna pies, bologna cakes, come over. Hey, bologna cakes, can't wait to see you at Thanksgiving. These people, the meat, cheese, pickle, Jello, go bury another body in your backyard. And while you're at it, jump in the hole. That you are not contributing anything to a civilized society. That is the thing. And thanks for garnishing it with a full tomato on the outside. Why is that? What is the garnish supposed to do? Are they dressing it up? Yo, dude, I'm glad they made it healthy and they put it on a couple pieces of kale. You fucking crazy. That is so fucking bananas to me. I don't even know how to. Now, I will tell you something else, guys. I'm a dude who will try anything. So I'm trying your bologna cake and I'm trying this monstrosity.
Aspic adventure.
I'm trying both of those. By the way, bologna cake was my nickname in high school. But I'm trying both. But as I'm swallowing them, I'm saying to you, get the fuck out of my house. Or I'll just leave wherever you and I are. But I can't abide by that. If somebody showed up to a barbecue with that, there would be a riot. You're saying, hey, I think everybody's going to like this, is what you're saying. I want to contribute. Oh, you brought burgers? Cool. Oh, you made some potato salad? Cool. We all like that. Oh, did you bring an apple pie? Love that. Oh, did you either make or even stop by a restaurant and get some wings? Thank you. What did you bring? I brought meat, cheese, and pickles in Jello. Oh, by the way, out of the Jello, why are you bringing a meat, cheese, pickle concoction if it's not on a sandwich? Meat, cheese, pickle on a sandwich, I'm on board. But if it was like a meat, cheese, pickle salad, what are you fucking doing? But in a Jello, this is, by the way, both of these are pure stoner. It's like, what do I got in the fridge? I've been high and not had a whole lot of things in my fridge before where I've been like, I'm down on my luck and I don't have a whole lot of dough. Cause I've eaten a mayonnaise and almond sandwich before because that was what was in the fridge, but I'm not bringing it over to somebody's house. I would just be like, hey, I don't have anything to bring. But not, hey, I don't have much, but you know what I do have in my house? I got Jello, I got pickles, I got meat, and I got cheese. No, then stay home. You eat it. Oh, what else we got?
So we got another Jello dish, but this time it is Coca-Cola salad. And basically the gelatin, it's gelatinized Coca-Cola with stuff inside of it.
Do you know what's in there?
I'm thinking like cranberries and pineapple and some other fruit stuff.
Okay, so I could have been persuaded, honestly. Now, guys, I am not a Jello fan texture-wise. But the idea of a sweet Coca-Cola, no. Just, what else we got besides this, Chad? This is not.
All right. So staying with the bologna theme, we have bologna mashed potato tacos.
Again, this is somebody who's real high, who's just got leftovers.
I've never heard of anyone using bologna at Thanksgiving.
No, dude. You know why? Because it's not right. By the way, I grew up on bologna sandwiches, guys. My mom made me bologna sandwiches. And by the way, at that time, I think bologna was a health food. Bologna sandwich on white bread with mayonnaise, I think was considered a healthy sandwich when I was growing up. We know better now. That is pig asshole wrapped, like wrapping up potato. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, here's what I'm going to be honest with you. I bet you that tastes okay. Because bologna, I'm being honest, a bologna sandwich, like I've had a fried bologna sandwich in Nashville. It's delicious. Now I wake up feeling like I licked a camel's butthole, but I bet you that tastes okay, except get those peas out of my mashed potatoes. Why do people feel like they need to add something to something that's great? You know what doesn't need peas? Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are pretty good. They're pretty good with the butter and the sour cream, garlic. They're pretty good. You know what they don't need? A fucking pea. Chocolate chip cookie, perfect dessert. Perfect dessert. You know what doesn't need? A fucking nut. A walnut. No. Get your pea. That's what gets me more about this. Honestly, I wouldn't want you to bring it to Thanksgiving, but at my house as a leftover that nobody else saw me see when I was high, if someone was like, you want one of these? I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll eat one of those.
I think part of this dish is dipping it in the gravy before you take a bite.
Yeah, dude. Again, at my house, day after Thanksgiving, in my sweatpants, nobody else watching, I'll have a couple of those. But don't bring them over as a dish. That's not okay. Some things are okay at your house in your sweatpants, dude. The day after, you got gravy on your shirt. You're just like eating whatever the fuck is in the fridge. I get it. But don't bring that over as like, hey guys, guess what I brought this year? It's two different things. By the way, that Jell-O dish doesn't belong either at your house or at somebody else's house. Same with the bologna cake.
So have you ever had a turducken?
Yeah, dude, delicious.
So apparently there's a rising trend for something called a turpus.
It sounds like an STD.
Which is a turkey stuffed with an octopus.
First of all, that looks so gross. That looks honestly like something that was left untreated and just grew. That is so fucking gross. There could not be two more different tastes than turkey and octopus. And not that different tastes don't belong together, but these two don't. And it really looks like a supervillain. So you know what I mean?
I never understood the fusion of like seafood and turkey, like with oyster stuffing or anything like that.
You know what this looks like? What was the Pirates of the Caribbean? This looks like Davy Jones. So you know what I mean? With the fucking, this is what is that Davy Jones? Was that who?
Mm-hmm.
This looks like somebody cooked Davy Jones. This is what it looked like. There is zero excuse for this. And guys, here's another thing I would say. Food's great, man. And I think experimenting with food is great. But there's some lines you just don't need. You know what I tried? There's some lines you just don't need to cross. You notice I didn't give that dumb guy a Southern accent. This is not a Southern dish. Now, if there was like a possum coming out of there, I'd have been like, you know what I tried? But this is not, this is unreasonable. And the scissors in the background, I hope they used it to stab themselves in the face. This is not something that if I went to somebody's house and walked in, first of all, you're losing all credibility for yourself as a chef. Because now I know that you don't know things that are supposed to go together. And I don't have any faith that what you're going to be serving me is going to be even the least bit delicious. I'm out.
So Thanksgiving needs pies, right?
Yeah.
So we have two different pies that people seem to like, which is the pickled pumpkin pie.
Okay. Now, I would definitely give that a try. I like sweet with a little tang. And I love pickles on things. Now, I would not have thought of this, and I don't want the pickle in the pie. But on top, and maybe the 6 on top is too much, but I would at least give that a bite. I don't I would have never thought of it, but I'm intrigued.
Oh, what's interesting is that these particular pickles, you can tell they're the sweet and sour chips. So it's the sweet pickles that they put on top.
I need tangy. I don't want any sweet. I don't need sweet pickle on top of the sweet. Just the tangy one. Okay.
All right. Now, the last one, save the best for last. This type of pie is called a colored green pie.
Get the fuck out of here. No, fuck you.
I mean, it looks like someone threw up spinach in a
fuck off.
pan.
Pies are delicious and sweet and savory. They don't, then make it a chicken pot pie of some kind, but that's not, call it something else besides a pie. Pie is delicious that I eat after dinner for delicious. This looks like a bad quiche. It looks like, again, honestly, it looks like something you would eat at a vegan's house where they're like, I made a pie, and you're like, fuck you and your kale collard green pie. That is a trick to call that a pie. If someone was in charge of desserts, Matt, and they were like, okay, hey, by the way, Matt's bringing dessert this year, and you showed up with that, there'd be a fight.
I don't know if you consider that a dessert, though. That's more like a savory side dish.
Cool. Let's call it something besides a pie. Let's call it, collard green quiche.
I mean, can you imagine going to a dinner that has that as one of the side dishes and the bologna cake?
There's no way those two mix and match. Whoever's bringing that isn't at the house with the bologna cake guy. Those two people don't talk. You think bologna cake guy is friends with the fucking collard green pie person? No way, dude. No way. Those people even live in the same hemisphere. There's no fucking way. No, I don't think those two cross paths. Now, bologna cake and turpus might intersect. Although I don't think turpus is, they're closer than this. This person isn't around either one of them. Maybe turpus and this guy. No, because this feels very vegan-y, which is like probably the most annoying Thanksgiving of all time. I was a vegan for a while, everybody, and I annoyed the shit out of myself because all I could talk about was being vegan. It was so annoying.
Were you raw vegan?
Not on purpose. Was that you didn't cook anything?
Yeah, raw veganism. Basically, you don't cook anything.
No, I mean, I cooked sweet potatoes. So that's not raw vegan, right?
No, if you cook anything, it's not raw.
Yeah, then I wasn't raw vegan, but I was vegan for a while. And I'll tell you two things. I was hungry 24 hours a day. I ate nonstop. And while I was eating, I could not stop talking about how good it felt to be vegan. And at one point I was like, I'm annoying it myself. So I'm going to stop this right now. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.